It's my honor and privilege to tell you a little bit about our founder, Gloria Borges. It's so hard to believe that we are coming up on 12 years since our Gloria passed away. And as our foundation continues to add more and more members to the Wonderglow family, we suddenly have a huge number of people who never knew Gloria when she was alive. For some of you, Gloria may be the namesake of this foundation, but you don't know what she accomplished before she became the founder of this incredible organization. Gloria graduated magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa, and president of her class at her beloved Duke University in 2004. She was accepted to all of the top law schools, but chose to attend Stanford, bringing her back to her home state of California. Gloria was editor-in-chief of the Stanford Journal on Civil Rights and Civil Liberties, and upon graduation, she began working at her dream law firm, Melvin and Myers. That's where she met me, a fellow attorney down the hall. We had a blast at work. Gloria also had outstanding taste in music, so good that I would call Gloria first thing in the morning, and she would curate a playlist for us to listen to together on the phone in our separate offices throughout the entire day. The firm was initially concerned when it saw its phone records. Why were two of its associates on the phone with each other for 8 to 10 hours a day, every single day? But when we handed in our outstanding legal briefs, if we did say so ourselves, our sins were forgiven. Gloria was on track to have it all, clearly in line to become a law firm partner, working on the most difficult cases that the firm had to offer. Married, with an adorable puppy named Winston, and a cool loft apartment in downtown Los Angeles. Potentially a future politician, maybe our next mayor or governor, or who knows, maybe even president. And then the moment that changed her life and the lives of everybody who loved her so deeply. September 2010. Weird symptoms had been bothering her for several months, and she was initially told to change her diet, try some probiotics, and she'd be fine. She wasn't. When Gloria was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer at the age of 28, for many of us, it meant the end of everything. Her doctors were similarly pessimistic. They told her devastated friends and family that she would never practice law again, never play basketball, her favorite sport. She'd never make it to the gym. She would be dead in a year, maybe 2 if she were lucky. I remember where I was when I heard the news. I was in this office, working away on some case that probably felt like the most important thing in the world. And then the news. I collapsed to the floor, too dizzy to stand. I just sat there on the floor of my office and cried until I had no more tears left to cry. But just a couple of miles away, Gloria's reaction was vastly different. Becky told me that Gloria wasn't afraid. She wasn't sad. She wasn't mad. She didn't seem to be upset at all. Instead, her eyes lit up with excitement. At that moment, Gloria knew that her greatest challenge was yet to come, and that her greatest moments were about to be lived. She was determined to show herself and everyone else exactly what she was made of. A month after Gloria's diagnosis, she started a blog that she named Wonderglow. Her battle with cancer suddenly became less about herself and more about the community that rallied around her, the supporters, the fellow patients, and the medical professionals who benefited from hearing an honest account of life as a patient. This wasn't just one woman's treatment plan. This was a community of people who hated cancer, loved life, and believed in Gloria, her positive attitude, and her fearless approach. Gloria's blog went viral and was read in over 135 different countries by over 100,000 unique visitors. Knowing that she had tapped into something powerful, she decided to go bigger, and she started her own colon cancer nonprofit organization, an organization that would break the mold. Just a year after her diagnosis in September 2011, Gloria founded the Wonderglow Foundation. Her mission was clear. We would support the most cutting-edge research that would one day get us to the cure. We would also promote healthy lifestyle choices and seek to empower and inspire those fighting this disease by demystifying it and supporting the research to eradicate it. Gloria could have returned to her previous job full-time, and yes, despite her doctor's warning that she would never practice law again, She did indeed rejoin O'Melveny and Myers less than a year after her diagnosis. But in addition to her busy caseload, Gloria also focused so much of her attention on building the grassroots organization, an organization that relies on contributions from people like you. On the day before Gloria's passing in January 2014, she had one more earthly good deed to perform. She pledged $100,000 of her own money to the Wonder Project, fully knowing that these funds would not save her own life, but would greatly help her peers and those who would continue the fight. I say this was her last earthly good deed because Gloria's spirit still inspires all of us who work with the Wonderglow Foundation. She inspires us to continue to grow, to continue supporting cutting-edge research, and to continue fighting until cancer's time is up. Now that you've learned a little more about our great founder, our hope is that you too are forever inspired by Gloria's passion and leadership.